Welcome people of the World Wide Web. So it's Cypher Sigma here. It's just gone 7:15 in the morning and I've arrived at the NEC. Been up since about 4:30, 4:45. Really early. Really early. I mean, people are still, if I can get it right, people are still filtering in. They've kind of put me in the car park where everybody's kind of feeding the cars in. So I do early entry. It says early entry from 8, but every year or every time I've been here, I've got here like 7ish, and they normally just let you straight in, but they're only just letting cars and stuff in, so I'm really early. Hopefully that means I'm allowed in early. I can only hope, fingers crossed. So there we are, we have the big NEC behind us. So I have 5 of my 10 wanted list still to get. So in humanoids, I'd love to get that. Would more or less be all the money I have if I can, because one was being sold for about 400 last time. Metlar, Mighty Ducks. Hopefully I'll find 1 or 2 of them to add to the collection to build that series up. What are the others? Gargoyles are mostly there. Only Alyssa, and not Xanatos, Alyssa and Lexington to find, so hopefully one of those are there. I know Lexington's just out, so very unlikely, but hopefully I will find him. On top of that, what are the other stuff? And there's just odd stuff. I do know Toy Crusader is here. He did preview that he has a Attack of the Killer Tomato. That is a line that I've not got any. I do want it as not necessarily a placeholder, but the whole premise is of stuff of lines like this, like Jason the Wood Warriors, that it's going to cost me grand, like 4 figures to complete, and I just haven't got that money, time and resources to pay into that. So basically I would like a figure from the line, so that's what I'm aiming for. He has one. Having a look on the designs this morning, it isn't one of the 2 ones I like the look of, but I mean, if it's reasonable price and I have kind of a budget in mind, if the guy says, if I get in there early enough and he says that's what they are and what he will charge me, then I will definitely take it and have it, and then for me that line is done. If I find any other ones in the same price, but obviously I'm not going to spend thousands and thousands of pounds completing a line that it's just not worth it for me. I say hopefully I find something, hopefully I don't spend all my money, but who knows. Yeah, and it's literally just over there. I can see a few people walking around, so hopefully they'll let me in. As I said, it's quite quiet in the morning, which is a bit of a surprise, but I don't know, I'm really early, but hopefully they've not kind of cutting down on being allowed in at 8, but we shall see. So good news, we could at least get in. As you spin around, you'll see the sign there in the doors. Whether they let me in the complex where the people are setting up, who knows. I've seen 3 other people and 1 has been allowed to go in, so fingers crossed. Let's get to it. So here we are at Toy Crusaders stall, basically setting up like some lovely small soldiers there. As you see, he has really great stuff, really great conditions. A lot of the inbox stuff, which I don't normally get the inbox stuff, so Barnyard Commandos there. Let me set up some more Cowboys and Moon Mesa. Do love the line Cowboys, Moon Mesa, but again, I only want 1 or 2 placeholders. They are very expensive. King Arthur, I do have both of these figures, just missing the weapons from the bottom guy. And I think they've got like the Universal Monster line there. These are his bins, so he has Turtles on the left. It was Police Academy and that in the middle, and some other stuff there. This is the next person. They do pro. That Pat Sharp I saw last time. So I try to be as kind and courteous when I'm there. I always ask permission before filming, and I try to kind of cover each stall if they have a name or something. Some of them didn't have any, but it's always nice. So please do feel free, if you come across and you like their stuff, please do check it out. Some of them have YouTube channels or web pages. But when you're at this place, there's a lot of people who just film, and I try to be a little bit more kind and inviting. I know people do get sick of YouTubers filming everywhere, so yeah, this was another one, all of dinosaurs, very much. There's a few people that had a few dinosaurs. One, there was Cadillacs and dinosaurs. I think he had the full set last time I was here.
Obviously some repaints of Jurassic Park, Jurassic Dino Riders even. So here's Toy Bedlam. So they give me a nice treat. They had really nice stock, lots of G1 Transformer stuff. And this is the time when I'm going through videos and I'll see stuff and I'll be like, oh, how did I miss that? I didn't film too much this time, I think. And I got a I got a few nice items in my mind. So it's nice to see a lot of kind of aliens there. Don't have any. I thought that was very nice. The kind of hockey mask and Freddy versus Jason. Then you have Hotspot, I think it is, from Computron down there. And there's a few other figures around here. Lots of turtles. I see lots of turtles all the time, and there are a few little ones I want, but I'm not massively rushing out to get them. And I say definitely not carded side of things. It just is too vast for me to invest my time. And then some random ones, Austin Powers there, Batman, some Star Trek. Then we moved to the next one. So they had this was a small little shop. The woman was very polite, had some Terminator 2 figures. Did quite like the look of them. Again, they're all sealed and that, so they're going to be on the expensive side of things, unfortunately, because I want it loose. Spider Gremlin, that was really great. And obviously the Queen Alien, that looked awesome. Don't know if AJ would have liked that. I didn't pick it up for him. There's just so much going on. Obviously, a lot of the NECA stuff and that. As you see, like the turtles and stuff, there was loads and loads of vendors who had them, and the prices were all over the shop. So lots of like Monster in My Pocket, I think these are, and then obviously Toxic Crusaders, Kill 'Em Off there. Biker Mice from Mars, some Street Sharks. I did see some few rarer Street Sharks, but they were close to 100, and I tried to limit my money. That very big that dinosaur on his stand, £400. That was. A lot of people commented about it. They don't come across that very often. So Annie Toys and Models, he is part of the Mr. Dan Plastic and Empire Toys group. Very nice lads. So I had a nice chat with all of them. It obviously is a story that I come across a really cheap find at the last one, and that's what I remember. The person who I found his store, I did go back to him this time. They were there, but he didn't have anything as good as he had last time, unfortunately, or I missed out. And I believe this is Empire Toys. There he is. Give his channel a like, please. He's got lots of subscribers, but obviously if you're not a subscriber to him, please do. He had lots of good stuff. I looked through some of his boxes and stuff like that. I couldn't find anything, and he actually had there's a box full of toys that I'm really interested in that you don't see on this video, but I come across it later. So it's all about timing. Unfortunately, on my last lap round, he happened to be moving a box, and I found some, so it was really cool. We have another collectibles toys. I loved the Starship Troopers mini sets. Really cool. 75 quid each, I think. Again, this is what's happening. I think Empire Toys did say it in one of his videos that just price of stuff is just going up and up and up. You know, people bought a lot of stuff in COVID that I think that has sent prices up quite a lot. And also people want to get rid of it now, a lot of it, and obviously put it at ridiculous prices that people aren't willing to pay. And that's obviously. So as we've just come out of the NEC, obviously it's 10:30, and you will see how big the queue goes all the way around there. So I'm leaving. So we are finally back from the NEC. It has been a long day because I ended up going down and doing some other bits. So what did I pick up? Unfortunately, the first thing that I was expecting to get there, which was the Killer Tomato, had gone. Someone had claimed it before, and it was £100, which, to be honest, was a little bit out of my budget. Plus, I didn't realise it was one of the big ones, and I want one of the small ones. Spoke with the guy. Hopefully, if he gets a small one that I want, he will hit me up, and I can obviously pay him and get it that way. I really hope so, because I want one for the collection. To be honest, the one he had wasn't the best design that I wanted, so I saved myself 100 quid. So. But what did I buy up? So I saw these first of all, and then it took me like 3 lap round to actually go back and get them. So these are Babylon 5 figures. So they had £8 each, and there was 4 of them, and and I only got 2. So I got Delenn and Jacquard there. It comes with little ships, £8. The bloke did me 2 for 15, so I got £1 off. Woohoo! He basically had 2 versions of Jacquard, one in his royal regal clove, which I chose, and then one with a bit more plain clothing. And then you had Delenn, you had her human form, and then you had her Menbart form. I far prefer Mira Falone as that human version. Obviously the actress isn't with us anymore as well, so I'm really glad to have these. Don't have any Babylon 5 ones. Kind of want a little, with my TV one, obviously I hope to around Christmas time I may be able to change the room and make a lot more space, and I kind of want where my series are to kind of, or my movie series are to kind of maybe have some Star Trek and obviously Babylon 5 sci-fi. So that was first 2, so £15 spent. There are 2 items I cannot show in here because one is for obviously the Mighty Ducks. I luckily managed to come across, and one I found is a present. So is the next one. So this was, I missed out on a Chip Hazard for £10 that was in good condition. He suppose he comes with a gun, but this guy had it for £9. So there he is, Chip Hazard. So I don't have any of the bad guys for small soldiers, so I now have him, Chip Hazard. So you can go with Archer, Slam Fist, and I can't remember what the other one is now, and the Twizzler guy. Also from the same seller, he had this in his thing. It didn't mark, so I thought he was going to give it to me for a few quid, but he said like it goes for 10 quid. He then bugged down and gave it to me for 8. Basically, I want to do something hopefully with the redesign of my room. Hopefully I want my masks are all on the floor in the corner, and I want to kind of put them up high, and I want to complete them. A lot of my want lists, or to complete lists, is, as I say, it's Matt Tracker and his mask, which I now have 2 bombs and 1 little slide out the door. I'm hoping going to get slide out the door. I'm not fussed about the bombs, and then that's ticked off, and that's what I want. So that's when I saw him. I was like, and the bloke was like, oh, I'm knocking down £2, and I was like, actually, screw it, why not? It's on my list to complete. Next one, obviously you may know I picked up a 90s series stuff of Reboot, and I had most of the figures. I've got 1 or 2 outstanding, but I'd never seen any other kind of toys outside of it. But it seems that they do this pack. There seems to be 2 packs, and I didn't even know these. I didn't even come across these. I thought it said £100. The label was very blurry from where it was, but because it kind of looks like £10 or £110 or £100. And yeah, it has 4 robots out of 8. So there's another pack. So I'm going to definitely look at them. I didn't realise they exist. These will come out and sit with my figures. But glad to find this. And I mean, £10. You can't go wrong for 4 figures. So again, a lot of carded stuff, even though it will come out. Probably the biggest one I got. He was in his packaging, but because I had a backpack on, and it literally, I was carrying it like a baby, and it would only been like an hour and a half, I ripped it out of its packaging. So it is this guy. So, and interrupted by the wife. Yeah, again, wanting to find me. So yeah, so this is the big guy that I got. So this is Clayface. He is from McFarlane's. The guy had him in box for 30 quid. I was like, I can't pass him up. I've seen other people trying to sell him for 45 quid. Obviously, that comes from, obviously, he's quite a menacing character. Obviously, I mean, I'm running out of space very much so, because I have Swamp Thing and that. But he was a great little pickup. Next thing, I think this is probably my best one. So I found a Princess What's Her Name from Earthworm Jim. So a lot of people had this boxed, carded for like £50-60 at least. This was 18. So I think the sticker's on there, 18. So I got some Earthworm Jim from this guy last time. So I quite that. I think it looks complete with everything. So that is a nice figure to have. Then we have Ben 10, Vilgax. He's the bad guy from Ben 10. You don't come across many of him, and even him a loose version. So a loose complete for £5. The bloke was trying to sell me some other ones. I was like, no, I just want 1 Vilgax for my set, because I do really like Ben 10. Next we have, so my first pickup, well, there were 2 pickups, but I can't show you the other one. So this is another character, looks to be complete from the RoboCop series, the first series that is. Obviously doesn't have the caps, but does have his gun. They had most of them and they were only like £6-8 each, but I didn't really like the look of the others. And I didn't want to spend too much on my first outing. So there is that guy. And the final pickup, so this is from the guy, Toy Crusader, who I was going to get the Attacker Killer Tomato from. Unfortunately, I say, things don't work out. I'm not complaining. I have more money in the bank. But I did want to buy some stuff of him. So first I have, I think this is Zed. So this is from Police Academy, the TV series. He had basically a full line of them. This guy looked complete and he's 20 quid. The others were more or less complete and they were 40, 50, 60 quid. And I was like, I don't really want to pay that. So glad to have one of the figures. I have 3 or 4 now. He did me a bulk deal, so I got 2 other figures and they should have been 100. He gave me 90. I didn't even ask for a discount, but nice. So there was a 90s series called Barnyard Commandos. It was pigs versus sheep with weapons. So I got one of each. This is kind of my plan there. The series that I kind of like I do like this series, but they are, say, they're 40 quid each. I'm not going to collect all of them. But happy to have a good guy and a bad guy to represent on the shelf. I was umming and ahhing between loads of them, but I kind of chose these designs and I thought these were best. So that is everything that I picked up, minus the 2 things that I can't show you. I've been Cypher Sigma Toys. Hope you've enjoyed this video of the NEC and everything that I picked up. Met some lovely people. Obviously, I must admit, all the YouTubers that were there, so Empire Toys, Andy's Toys, Mr. Dan Plastic, those guys, Toy Crusader. I didn't get a chance to speak with Toys R Us, and I didn't see Theo from Slime House there. But every time I do go there and speak to them, most of the vendors are really, really nice. And they say the other YouTubers are really, really nice to me, and I say nice to have a little bit of a chat with them. They were talking about, are you going to go to Sandown? I've never been to Sandown. I would like to go, but we'll see how money and time is, and stuff like that. And yeah, can't praise the guys enough. I know my channel is very small in comparison to them. Hopefully one day it will be as big as those guys are, but they are really nice, and that's all I have to say on that one. But anyway, as I said, I've been Cypher Sigma Toys. Hope you enjoyed this trip around the NEC. Is there anything that I picked up that you feel liked? You know, do you collect tomatoes? Maybe, you know, hit me up. Would love to see other people's collections and see what ones they have. Otherwise, like, comment, subscribe, do all the things you want to do, and I shall see you in the next one.